Aloha, welcome to the Maui Yoga Shala Wailea. My name is Gail Rice. Thank you for joining. Today we're going to be working on a fun, fast, challenging, strengthening, confidence building, as well as heart-opening vinyasa flow today. The vinyasa sequence today will build up to a few peak poses of Eka Pada Koundinyasana 1 or twisted scissors, as well as Eka Pada Galavasana or flying pigeon. Enjoy. Start by taking a few deep breaths in a seated position. Take a seat on your shins, get comfortable. Start to inhale and exhale through the nose. On an inhale, start to stretch your heart up to the sky for a heart opener, shoulder opener. Interlace your hands behind your back. And as you exhale, squeeze the knuckles down towards your heels. If it feels good on the neck, take your head back in space or chin down towards your chest. Breathing into the stretch here. Every inhale, lift through the heart. And every exhale, squeeze the knuckles back. Bring your shoulders together. Next, inhale, come forward to tabletop pose. On an inhale, drop the belly. As you exhale, round the back, look back. Flowing with your own breath, own movement, stretching out the spine. Good, taking full, deep breaths. Adding in any movements that feel good to your back, wiggling out any tension. Big breath in, and as you exhale, we'll take it up and back to downward facing dog, stretching the tailbone high to the sky. And we'll take the dog for a walk, bending one knee at a time. Again, adding any movements that feel good to release. Inhale for plank pose. Bring your elbows in, work your triceps, and stretch your hips high once again for downward facing dog. Crown of the head moves down towards your thumbs on the inhale. Stretch out the spine. And exhale, come down tabletop. Bring your hands forward, melt your chest and chin down to the ground. Tailbone stays high. Really deep heart opener, upper back. Breathing into this stretch. Puppy pose. Enjoy the posture for a few breaths. And on an inhale, come back tabletop. Exhale, stretch the hips high, push your chest back to your thighs, downward facing dog. Slow, deep, even inhales and exhales. As you inhale, bring the right foot forward, step forward to halfway lift, monkey back, shoulder blades together. Exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward, sternum moves forward. Exhale, release, let the head and neck go. Inhale, stretch the heart forward, flat back. Exhale, all the way down, release, Ustrasana. One more time, inhale, halfway. Hands to the hips, elbows to the sky. Inhale, flat back to rise. Arms up overhead, big breath in. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Standing strong, Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Shift to your tippy toes, exhale, lower down, slow option to use the knees. Inhale for your back bend, Cobra pose. Good. Taking dynamic cobras, inhale, raise the heart, and then bring the shoulders back. Exhale, release. Like a wave, inhale, raise up. Find the back bend, glutes stay soft. Very nice. Push up from the ground up or knees. Coming back, press the hips high, downward facing dog. Heels start to drop to the ground. Left leg will step forward, coming forward to the front of the mat. Halfway lift and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale again, sweep up, get tall. Exhale, swan dive, hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, if you like the shoulder extension, interlace your hands behind your back. Opposite interlace of the fingers. Stretch your arms overhead. Let the torso come down towards your shins. Start to stretch your fingers to the ground. Exhale, release, big step back, plank pose. Raise the right leg to the sky, at least hip height. Holding strong here in plank, micro bend in the elbows. And we'll do the opposite leg. Strong through the feet, left toes straight down to the ground, press the thigh up to the ceiling. Spine stays long, core is engaged. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing strong, right foot steps forward, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Raise the chest, drop your hips. And we'll come halfway down, stretch your fingers forward, moving between halfway lower and chair pose. Working the muscles around your spine. Inhale for the lifts, all the way to standing. Chair pose one more time. Lift the heart, biceps towards your ears. Exhale, hands touch down, straighten the legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, take it back. Option, add crow pose in for this round of Surya Namaskar A with variations. If you're strong here in crow pose, maybe hop back, Chaturanga. Inhale, heart bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're taking a few deep breaths after that flow. Downward dog, home base. Raise the right leg to the sky. Stretching the back of the left leg, we'll come to the left tippy toes. On the inhale and exhale, left heel down to the ground. Inhale, left toes. Exhale, heel down. Good. Inhale to rise. Exhale, release. Keeping the right leg high, and we'll switch sides. Left leg lifts. Inhale to the right tippy toes. Exhale, release through the back of the left leg. Inhale. Exhale. Following your breath. Okay, finding a deeper release every time we revisit. Left leg will come to meet right. Gaze forward, travel forward, hop or walk. Inhale, lift, chair pose. Drop the hips, chest up. Come to your tippy toes. Strengthening through the quads. Keep the shoulders over the hips if you can. And we're going to lower nice and slow with control. Coming all the way down, eventually coming down to the seat. Inhale, lift, Navasana. Boat pose, starting with the shins parallel to the floor, maybe fingers to the toes. Eventually we start to straighten the legs. And playing with any arm and leg variations that you like. Taking a full body stretch as you recline to the floor. Arms overhead, toes point forward. Breathe into the core. Anytime optional, inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. If you want to clear out any tension, any stress in the body, breathe it out. We'll take the right leg to the sky. Grab a hold of the back of the right thigh, the calf, or the toes, anything that's open to you. Strong through both feet, and we'll switch like a scissors. Left leg lifts, right leg rests on the ground, but the toes are active. And we'll switch. Right leg pulls in towards the chest. If you want to take this up a level, raise the heels about an inch above the ground as you switch legs. Getting into more ab work, pulling the legs closer to the face and taking the movements, the scissor switch, a little faster if you'd like. Deeper into the backs of the hamstrings, pulling the legs in. Keep breathing, slow and steady. Good. Shoulders and neck, stay relaxed on the floor. We'll take this up another level. So raise the chest, raise the shoulder blades. Gaze can be at the ceiling or at your legs, and we'll try to touch fingertips and palms behind the legs as they pull in towards your chest. As straight as you can through the legs, keep reaching out through the heels. Lift the chest. If your neck is feeling any tension, you can maybe gaze forward. We'll start to work the obliques. Take the palms together and invite them outside of the legs as you keep switching. And raise the shoulders, raise the chest. Most important, keep breathing. And when you're ready, we'll take the knees to chest, take a breather. Give yourself a little love here. Squeeze the knees in. When you're ready, rock up to a seat. Plant the hands, maybe hop back, plank pose. Inhale, up dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Hold here, stretch out the core. Enjoy the work that you did. Enjoy the release. And as you exhale, roll over the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Back to home base, slow, deep breath. Inhale, raise the right leg. Exhale, we'll take the knee into nose. So inhale to stretch, exhale forward, curl yourself into a little ball. Inhale, stretch, exhale, curl and lift away from the floor. Nice, using the core to pull the knee up, the belly button lifts, and finally, we'll step all the way through, right foot plants in between the hands. Setting up for Anjaneyasana, low lunge. You can start with the hands on the thighs. Shift your left hip forward and sink deep, right knee over right ankle. Pull your chest back, low ribs soft, torso straight up and down. To take this a little deeper, inhale your arms overhead. Make sure the traps and the shoulders stay soft if the palms touch. Exhale, release, plant the hands. Using the core, right leg sweeps up and back. Exhale, pull in, land lightly, once again between the hands, staying with the right leg. Inhale, arms up. Add in the back bend, fingers interlace behind your back. Shoulder blades come together and the knuckles squeeze down towards the back thigh, the back heel. Lift through the chest on the inhales. Sink deep on the exhales. Inhale, sweep up and back. And exhale once again, coming forward and through, low lunge. Final variation. We'll take the left heel in towards the left hip. Either working the foot in, or if it's available, grab either hand on opposite side of the ankle. Lift through the heart, kick back into the hands to open the back bend. Sweep up and back once again, three-legged dog, and release the right foot. Inhale, raise the left. Exhale, forward, knee to nose. Inhale to stretch. Exhale to come forward. Take this nice and slow, working with the breath to match the movements. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, strengthen, and step all the way through. Inhale, we'll come up to the hands on the thigh. Setting up low lunge, second side. Right hip shifts forward to square the hips. Release through the top of the right thigh as the hips sink to the ground. When you're ready to take the arms overhead, find an inhale, grow taller. Core is so tight, Uddiyana Bandha, the lower belly lock. Breathing strong. When you're ready, exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, stretch back, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee forward, land lightly between the hands. Inhale, second time. Coming to the first back bend, opposite interlace every time with the hands. Heart lifts to the sky, inhale. Exhale, knuckles squeeze back. The core stays tight to support the sacrum, and when you're ready, plant your hands. Inhale, sweep up and back. And last time, exhale, knee draws forward, step forward. Inhale to lift if you'd like, or take the right foot towards the right hip. Get your balance. Maybe wiggle the left foot to the left side of the mat if that helps. Pushing into the hands, or either actively pulling the right heel in. When you're ready to release, inhale, left leg sweeps high. Exhale, release, downward dog. Look forward, travel forward, halfway, inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to standing. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, release down, chair pose. Adding in the twisting variations. Left elbow outside of right knee. Crown of the head reaches forward. Core is tight, belly in towards the spine. When you're ready, inhale, back to chair pose. Exhale, hands to prayer, and we'll take the counter twist. Right elbow outside of left knee. Take a few breaths. Stretch the arms apart if you'd like. Spine stays long, core active. And when you're ready, inhale, sweep high, chair pose. Exhale, touch down, straighten out. Inhale, halfway lift. Take it back, plank hop to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Step forward, high lunge. Staying on the left ball mound of the foot. Lifting up, right knee over right ankle. High lunge, biceps in towards the ears. Taking an easy twist, left arm under left shoulder. Inhale to open, right arm to the sky. When you're ready, taking a counter twist or awkward twist. Right hand back behind you towards the left heel. Left fingertips reach forward, shoulders over hips, and we'll take the reverse. Right hand to the back of the left thigh, left arm stretches overhead. Obliques are strong here. Cartwheel the arms down, flow through your vinyasa, optional one leg chaturanga. Always optional two to head straight to down dog, skip the vinyasas. Left foot comes forward, high lunge, second side. Inhale to lift. Pull the ribs in, pull the belly button in towards your spine. Getting nice and tall on the exhale, sink 90 degrees into the front knee. Easy twist, right hand down, left arm opens. Hips stay low. Side bodies are long, crown of the head reaches forward. Find the opening through the chest, and on an inhale, left arm comes back, right arm stretches forward. As you're ready, release left hand to the back of the right thigh, right arm stretches overhead. Cartwheel the arms down, release, take it on through your vinyasa. If you did one leg chaturanga on the first side, we'll do it here as well. On the exhale, come up and back, downward dog. Taking a rest here before we move on, child's pose. And child's pose are optional at any time you need a breather, need to catch up, even out the breath if your heart rate got a little fast. Relaxing the shoulders down to the ground, around your upper back. Look forward and we'll start to come back to downward dog when you're ready. Right leg lifts and we'll come forward, high lunge second time. Inhale for the lift. Setting up for some further variations, taking the twist here, left elbow outside of right knee. If you have the bind in your practice, maybe finding the fingertips underneath your body, gaze up towards the ceiling. Option arm balance here, Eka Pada Koundinyasana. Kick forward through the front leg, kick up and back through the left leg. Side crow transition, just things to play with, ideas to play with. Coming back to the high lunge. When you're done with the arm balance, take an inhale. Exhale, release, flow it out. Vinyasa, exhale to lower. Inhale to lift through the heart. Exhale, down dog. Left leg lifts and steps through. Inhale, high lunge. Getting as tall as you can. Stretch the spine before you ask it to twist. Exhale, find the twist here. Right elbow outside of left knee. Take the bind, hold here. Get as deep as you can in the twist. If you fall out, no worries. Come right back into it. Maybe find the fingertips. Try to stretch the arms straight. If you're ready for the arm balance, keep the connection between the outer leg and the arm. Kick forward through the left leg. Right leg stretches up and back. Maybe we start to play with the side crow transition, stretching the legs together and then long. And we'll transfer out to the high lunge. Big breath in. Exhale, release all the way down. Taking it right back, vinyasa or downward facing dog. Slow, deep breaths, catch up with the breath. Travel forward, step or hop. Holding here in Uttanasana, enjoying a relaxing stretch in the back of the legs. Ustrasana, index and middle finger wrap around the big toe. Pull the elbows out to the sides as you work the chest down or over the thighs. Halfway lift and lengthen. And slowly we'll roll up to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, hands to prayer. Switching to some standing postures. Staying at the front of your mat, if you'd like, we'll come to Vrikshasana, tree pose. All the weight into the left leg, we'll pull the right foot to the inner thigh or to the calf. Just no pressure on the knee, whatever's available. Taking your variations of tree pose, growing your branches up to the sky, play with the gaze. Core stays tight, push your foot into the thigh and the thigh into the foot to maintain all of the energy into the midline. Transitioning, grab a hold, right hand, right fingers, index and middle finger, grab around the big toe. Maybe invite the leg out to the side. Try to keep the hips square forward. Kicking out through the heel. Hold the leg high if you can as you release the arms. Stretch the arms to the sky. Strong through the leg, and we'll bring the right leg all the way back. Warrior 3. Right hip stays in line with left. Hands in prayer or stretch the arms forward and we'll release standing splits. Fingertips to the ground, right leg to the sky. If you want to grab for the back of the left leg, hands grab around the ankle. Draw the knee in, use the core, lift back up to standing knee to chest, and release this side. Second side, we'll bring the left heel into the right inner thigh or to the calf. Hips stay square forward. And playing with your arm variations, play with the gaze. Easiest gaze will be down on the floor. Up to the ceiling will be the most requiring balance. Coming back, press the palms together, core stays tight, left index and middle finger around the big toe. Stretch the foot forward, kick strong out through the heel. A strap here is also optional if the leg doesn't want to straighten quite yet. Work the bicep to pull the toes up towards your face. Maybe smile. Coming forward, left leg stays lifted. Use the core, so strong. Keep breathing most of all, and we'll bring the left leg back, shifting to warrior three. Left hip in line with right, left toe straight down to the floor. And release standing splits. Fingertips support you. Relax the head. Relax the chest over the thighs. Left toes as high as you like. Feeling some freedom here in this pose. On an exhale, draw the left knee to your chest. Come up to standing. Left knee pulls in and release. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive. Halfway lift. Inhale. Take it on back, plank pose. Switching to Vashisthasana, side plank. We'll start with the left hand down, right foot stacks. Revisiting tree pose here, or we're working a side plank. Open the arms, lift the hips to the sky. Feel the lower obliques work to lift your body. Come back, plank pose. Try to hold tree as you lower down. Inhale for the lift. Feel the hips stretch. And exhale, release, tuck your toes, high push-up. Try to keep the tree pose as you work the hands back towards the left toes. Right foot stays crossed, ankle across the top of the knee. Inhale, figure four chair. Sink the hips low. Hold here, or we're working to our third arm balance. Eka Pada Galavasana. Maybe bring the hands down. Wrap your toes around the outer arm. Start to lift the back leg. Eventually, the back leg will stretch up and back. And maybe we hold it, maybe we fall. It's all good. Inhale, lift, chair pose. We're going to sweep forward, so arms come back, leap forward. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. When you're ready, come back, side plank, second side. Shoulders right over wrists. We'll find tree pose again. Lift the hips, stretch the arms, strong apart, open the chest. Hold your tree pose as we lower through Chaturanga. Inhale, heart up, left knee out to the side. Tuck your toes, push up, hold tree pose. Keep the weight of the foot into the thigh. Work the hands back, figure four chair, second side. Drop the hips as you inhale, raise the chest. Get sorted in your figure four chair. Strong through the left toes. And if you want to come to the arm balance, we start to work the hips lower. Maybe the arms come down in front of the shin. Plant your hands. Wrap the left toes around your bicep or your tricep. Stretch the right foot straight back. Core pulls away from the floor. Maybe lifting back through figure four chair or regular chair. Take an inhale. When you're ready, sweep your arms back. Strong through the triceps. Inhale, leap forward. Come up for your back bend. Big exhale, downward facing dog. All of the air out. Inhale, come forward, plank pose. And we're lowering all the way to the ground. Right arm stretches out to the side. Wiggle the right fingertips up towards your forehead. And the left hand acts like a push-up to push us over onto the right shoulder, the right side body. Maybe we'll come to dancer's pose for an extra variation. Left hand grabs on top of the left foot. Kick back into the hand. Open the left thigh, the left shoulder. Release when you're ready. Come back to the chest. Left arm stretches to the side. And again, the right hand will act like a push-up to open through the left shoulder. If you want to play with the variation on this side, right hand reaches back, top of the right foot, kick back, roll over onto the left side as much as feels good. The right foot will act like a T-stop to hold your balance. Come back to center, push up for the back bend, heart lifts. And exhale, we'll take it back, tabletop pose. Shifting the knees forward, double or triple up your mat, setting up for Ustrasana, Camel Pose. So knees are hip width apart. Start with your toes tucked under, hands to the low back. As you inhale, lift through the chest. As you exhale, start to bring the shoulders back. Hips stay right over the knees. As you're ready, eventually the hands can come down to meet the heels. Lifting up when you're ready, holding for 3 to 5 breaths, and we'll take a rest in between sets, sitting on the shins. Tall spine, core is still working. Deep calming breaths. And when you're ready, second side, this time to go a little further, we'll bring the toenails to the ground. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale, squeeze the shoulders, drop the hands back, maybe let the head drop all the way back. Push the hips forward. Open through the throat, and when you're ready, release. Take a seat on the heels. Release the fold in your mat. And we'll take a few deep breaths. Relax the face, relax the breath. Drop the chin to the chest, and we'll send the left ear over the left shoulder. Chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder. Chin to chest, exhale. Last bit of strengthening for this sequence. Working to dolphin pose, hands interlace, fingertips interlace. Elbows are no wider than shoulder distance apart. Walk your toes up to your face, holding dolphin pose, or stretch the chin in front of your knuckles. Doing as many sets of this shoulder strengthener as you can. Head stays lifted as far away from the ground as you can. Hips stay high to the sky. Take a rest, embryo pose, relax the shoulders, fingertips come back towards the soles of your feet. Relax the forehead to the ground. Work dolphin pose for as long as you need to build up the shoulder strength. As you're ready, we'll start to come up to a headstand. So we walk the toes up towards the face. And gently we'll lift one leg at a time. Keep the low core engaged to lift slow with control. No kicking to get up to headstand, because now the head is actually on the floor. We're pushing into the elbows to lift the head. Barely any pressure on the cervical vertebrae. If you are familiar with headstand, you can play with this piking idea for some core strength. Bringing the legs halfway down, and inhale, lift the heels to the sky. If you're in headstand, we'll exit out through a wide leg fold. So bring the heels down to the floor, wider than your mat, and let the head release. Take a halfway lift, breathe in. Hands to hips, we'll raise all the way to standing. Bring the feet in together, step towards the front of your mat. Vinyasa to clear. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, heart forward, flat back. And we'll come to a seat. Navasana. Holding strong, last bit of energy, relaxing all the way down to the ground. Full body stretch, arms overhead. Give yourself some love, some gratitude for your practice, knees to chest. And spinal twist, we'll take the knees over to the right. Gaze to the left, keep the left shoulder flat on the floor. Taking deep breaths into the low core, relaxing the spine, and we'll take it to the second side. Gaze to the right, knees to the left. Right shoulder straight flat on the floor. Inhale, we'll bring the knees back in. Pull everything into a little ball, forehead all the way up to your knees. And exhale, release all of your limbs long on the ground. Let your toes drop out by the sides. Let your fingers rest. Let your face rest. Maybe separate the rows of teeth. Let the eyes be softly closed. And let the breath become really soft. Let the whole body melt into the ground. Final relaxation, Shavasana. Let your body absorb every ounce of wonderful energy you've created. Now letting the sense of calm, the sense of peace take over your whole being. Keep the mind as clear as you can. The breath comes in and out like a gentle breeze. Hold Shavasana for as long as you please. And to exit, we'll take a full body stretch. Knees pull into one side. Use the hands to press up to a seat. Any comfortable seat for you. Hands join in Anjali Mudra. Thumbs connect to the sternum. Sitting in meditation for as long as you like. Namaste. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more fun, creative sequences, some new poses to try out, and hope to see you soon. Aloha.